Yeah, yeah, I got to know that everything is fine from my side. And my question for you people is like, what is the last topic we were discussed? Exactly, someone is like a relationship one to one. See, there is nothing like a one to one. One to one is a general way. I have that's a good to know information for you people to knowing one to one. What is a one to one kind of relationship? The major part we have look into that is like relationships in the Salesforce and how to create an object in the Salesforce. What is in a tab, and how to create an application in the Salesforce. These are the major concepts we have discussed, right? And we have clearly stated that how to create a lookup relationship. And my question for you people is like, when we are creating a two relationships, when we are creating a two relationships, from which side to which side we need to create a relationship, whether that is from the many to one or one to many. When we are creating a relationship, from which side to which side I need to create a relationship? Is that from the many to one or one to many? Okay, I can see multiple different answers like one to many. So the answer for that is like, when you are creating a relationship, whatever the relationship might be, whether it's in a junction, whether it's in a lookup, whether it's in a master. So the relation should be there from the many to one side. So in our case, we have created two objects, right? One object is with the teacher and other object is of a student, right? So in this, the teacher is in a one object and the student is in a many object. So when you're creating a lookup relationship between these two, we have created a relationship from the student to teacher, right? So let me open Excel sheet which we were discussing for the last day. So as I told you that today we're gonna discuss of the master detail relationship, then after a junction object, then after we're looking into the differences between the lookup and the master data relationship. Then after we do create a profile and we will let you know what is the profile and what is the lead of the profile in the Salesforce. Then after we do create a new we do create a new user in the Salesforce. Then after we come to know what is role and if time beings we do go for the security mode of the Salesforce. Hope the agenda for this day is clear, right, for everyone. After this master detail relationship and the junction relationship, we do discuss the how to create a custom fields in the Salesforce. Right. The agenda for this day is clear, right? Yep. And before going there, I do have a question for you once again. When we're creating a custom object, what are the fields do gets created by a machine? See, when we're creating a custom object, some standard fields gets created. What are those standard fields? Some standard fields, because when I'm delivering the session, I have shown you clearly. And even if you are following the if you're following mine concept what I'm delivering as a real-time project, if you create that, you comes to know there are some fields automatically gets created, and even I can see those things in the chat. That's very good, showing your interest, right? Let me read them. One like mentioned directly, name last modified by last okay, let me tell, name last modified by created by owner. These are the four things. Let me type here. See, the name one field, last modified by modified last modified by, this will be last modified by, and the created by, and the last comes to the owner of the record. So these are the four mandatory fields, and these are the four standard fields that gets created when an object is created in the Salesforce. What kind of object is that? That is a class custom object, right? And then after we have seen what is an application, how to create an application also even. So without wasting any time, let me go for the MSD, master detail relationship. And before that, I just want to ask you people like, if you have any idea about the master detail relationship, you can mention it. If you are having any kind of knowledge on the master detail relationship, you can just let me know. So I do proceed on that way. I do proceed on that way. Parent to child, one parent to child. Okay. It can be created from parent to child and child to parent as well. I don't agree with this statement. That doesn't mean like we can create from the child to parent, parent to child. That is not the exact thing. If you delete the parent, child will get deleted. This is the point I was expecting when I'm talking about the master detail relationship. Let me make it very clear, and let me read this once again. If we delete the parent, child will also gets deleted. If we delete the parent, the child will also get deleted. This is the exact point. So what it is telling, like, let's assume here we do have a student and we do have a teacher. Under this student, under this teacher, there are two student records. If I'm deleting this teacher, what happens is automatically this student data also gets deleted. So this thing we do call cascade deletion in the Salesforce. So cascade deletion is allowed for the master detail relationship. Cascade deletion is allowed for the master detail relationship. So today I would like to introduce new. Today I would like to introduce new object for you people. Let me check whether I have created this object or not before. Do we create any object like? Do we create any object called course, something like that? Course. So before that, let me log in into the Salesforce. Let me log into the Salesforce. Login dot salesforce.com. Login.salesforce.com is the login URL, helps you to log into the Salesforce. And I think this is the account I was using for you people. With that confirmation, just going for login. Master record is mandatory. Even this is right point. Master record is mandatory. And even the differences also, they are telling master detail relationships required, but lookup is not. Exactly, even your point is also agree with your point. Roll-up summary is also available. This is quite advanced. Even this is also right point. Okay, for roll-up summary fields, MDR is necessary. Even this is also same statement. What they are telling is like roll-up summary is mandatory for an. If you want to use a roll-up summary field, it should be on a master detail relationship. That is the case. Cool, cool. So that's cool. So let me tell from my side now. Let me make it clear, the one who are not knowing about these things, for everyone. This is for everyone, because even though you are knowing, you should listen again, because I might be telling you small settings which are there for these things. So even though you're knowing in detail about the master detail relationship, from my side, you might be getting at least one point which are not knowing. Even though you are knowing those things, still that will be a revising for you. Just listen to mind concept now. And before that, I would like to go for the college application. I just want to see how many objects we have created. College. You cannot create a MDR when record is available. That's cool. We do call them as an orphan records. Even I do show that also. See, as of now, we do have a student, we do have a teacher, we do have no clubs. So now I would like to introduce new. I would like to introduce new object called course. I would like to introduce new object called course, and with that course, I would like to link that with the student. Now, now this is time for you people to identify which one will be the one object and which one will be the many object. Of course, when I'm talking about the students, you know, right? Student one, student two, student three. Like when I'm talking about the course, what does this mean? Like triple E, CSC, IT, mechanical, and the civil, and the ECE. So these are some kind of branches. So I just want to know which one will be comes under the many object, which one will comes under the one object. Many object, one object. Student can have many courses. One student, many courses. One student, many courses. Okay, let me ask you a question now. So you are under the trap now. So see, let's consider at a point of time, you are in the year of 2022. You are in the year of 2022. So at this year, how many branches you can choose at a time? At this year, this is Rakesh. I was joining this BTech class. Rakesh. So 2022, Rakesh. How many branches I can choose? Only one branch, right? See, there is someone called Mike. Even Mike also can choose same branch what I have been choose. Like Sagar. Even Sagar can choose same branch which I'm choosing. So what does it mean? That means at any point of time, student will be a many and the course will be of one. Hope now you've got a clarity like how to decide whether that's a many object or one object when you're comparing with another object. So, so with this conclusion, we comes to know that student is one object, and student is one of sorry, student is many object, and the course is one object. So now we are decided to create a MDR between them. MDR, master detail relationship. And from which side to which side you need to create? From many side to one side. As we discussed in the earlier, when creating MDR, we need to create a relationship from the one side to many side, right? And quickly, we do create a we do create an object called course. And to create a custom object, how many ways we can create a custom object in the declarative programming? There are three ways, right? So if I ask what are they, then your answer should be like, then your answer should be like custom spreadsheet, custom object, schema builder. So among these three, I'm choosing a basic traditional way to create an object, custom object. Let me go there. So I would like to create object, right? Let me go to the setup. I'm on a setup, going for the object manager, going for the custom object. Cool. Cool. Till here, everything is same. Everything is repeated here. So just choosing as in a clubs here, club, and here I would like to choose clubs. You know, right? You guys know why I'm giving here plural because it is asking. Even this plural directly takes by the. Sorry. You are right. You are right. Course, course. Yeah. Thanks for reminding. Courses. Courses, courses, right? And even this also should be of course, right? Like course name is also fine. Everything looks good, right? And record name should be like this way, and the text format, and just leaving all these things and just making it this default things as an allow, the deployed stage, allow stage, and quickly I'm even creating a tab for this. So to create a tab for this, record name is club. Okay. Thanks for 1 second, 10 second. Course name, right? Now it looks fine. Yeah, directly. I want to create a tab for this also instead of wasting again coming back and again choosing the tab, creative tab, all these things. Just I do have an option here directly choosing the tab, right? And just going for save. Once I click on the save, this page redirects to the tab page where I can create a tab for this. See, if you see here course, and I'm just choosing one random thing like a like computer. Okay, just going for next. And I'm just skipping all these things, default things. Let it be as it is. How does it looks? Just making it save. Finally we are done. We have created a tab for the course also. Let me check whether how does it reflects. So just going for the object man, no, going for the college application, just refreshing this page, just refreshing this page. Once I do refresh this page, automatically you can see a course has been highlighted. So, but our target is not creating in a course. Our target is creating a master detail relationship in the course as well as a student. So, student is in a many object. I need to go to the student object. I need to go to the student object, object manager. So, going to the fields and relationships on the student, picking up the new data type called new. See, new. That's cool. So here I need to choose master detail relationship. Master detail relationship. And let me read these things before going there. Create a special type of parent-child relationship between the object. Okay, so that is a special kind of relationship. The relationship is required for all the detailed records. That means whenever you are creating a student record, automatically that student should have a branch, that student should have a course for mandatory. Okay, the ownership and the sharing of the detailed records are determined by the master record. So what does it mean is like, when there is a master object visibility to the another user, automatically the related child also gets visible to the user. So we need to bother for the child accessibility or child visibility. When the parent is automatically given as an visible, as an edited, everything will be reflected for the child also, right? when a user when a user deletes the master record, all detailed records are deleted. So this is what we say the cascade deletion option. So cascade deletion is allowed in the master detail relationship. Automatically, the child records gets deleted when a master record is deleted, right? Okay. You can create roll-up summary field on the master record to summarize the detailed row. So this roll-up summary. So what is this roll-up summary? We will discuss this in the later class. So this roll-up summary only gets highlighted for the master detail relationship object. Okay. And the last point, the relationship feed allows user to click upon the lookup icon to select the value of the pop-up list. The sorry for that. Okay. The master object is source of the value. So don't worry if you are not understanding this theoretical part also. I will be clearly showing you hands-on what I'm doing here, right? So now I have chosen the master detail relationship. And one more thing in the master detail relationship is like, when there is an orphan record, like when there is a record exist in the parent side, not sorry, child side, we cannot create a lookup relationship. So let me show you that. Now for sure it throws an error, you see, because already, and what is the object we need to pick here? The object we need to pick here is like course. First, going for next. That looks cool. The first name, again same things I'm just choosing, and the related child is student, and just going for, I can also give student name because this is how it displays. Student's name, just going for next. Student name is already there. Custom field, the student name is okay, no worries. Then I can remove this. Just going for next. Yeah, even I was expecting for that error. Even I'm expecting for that error. So just clicking on the next. Just clicking on the save. See, it is throwing an error. Why it is throwing error? That is just because of already we do have any records in the student. To create a master detail relationship when there is an existing record, what we need to do? We need to delete those records, or we need to first create a lookup relationship. This line is telling you about the statement what I'm explaining you. First, you need to create a lookup relationship for the existing records. Then after, you need to populate that lookup relationship within the master. So like you need to choose for every object there is a master. Then after you need to convert that lookup relation to the master. So let me do that now. So coming to the student, you can see this is the student. So what I do is first I do create a lookup relationship. Then after I do transfer this lookup to the master. Just coming here. Because to populate the each and every record to his master, to the course, like let's assume that there is a student called Rakesh. So for that Rakesh, we need to pick in a course. So before we are not having any kind of course, right? So once we have created a lookup relationship, a field gets populated over there. With that populated value, we can choose Rakesh as an with that field, we can choose Rakesh related to the what kind of course. So then after we can come here again and we can transfer that from the lookup to master. So let me show you that. Let me show you that. First, I'm going with the lookup. So you know all these things, right? I'm just skipping all these things. What is this? Course. Yeah. Next, 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 and just next. Clicking on save. That's cool. So let me go to the college application. Let me refresh here. Going to the student. Okay, and let me check for these three records whether we do have any lookup value or not. See, here there is no course. First, what I need to do is I need to create a course, then I need to pick a course. I need to create a course, creating a new course. Like let me choose CSE Computer Science, making it save. So now all the students belongs to computer science. Let's assume. So just clicking on this gear icon, there is a lookup icon. Just click on this. CSE to get highlighted. Just making it save. Repeat the same for this Rohit as well as Rakesh. Same CSC, save. Looking at the student once again, coming to the Rakesh. So, right. So now we don't have any record without having a parent for this. So if I go for course, if I go for the CSC, under the CSC, we do have three records, Rakesh, Rohit, Venkat. So now every child is having a parent. Every child is having a parent. So in this situation, you can transfer lookup relationship to the master detail relationship. If you want to create a master detail relationship, for sure you need to have for every child record there should be existing parent. So without a parent, we won't have a child, right? So that was a kind of relationship here, right? So let me go to the student object once again. From there, you can see here course is there as a lookup, right? Now what I do is like I do transfer this lookup to the master. So what I'm doing here, I'm just clicking on this drop down, clicking on edit, coming here you can see on the top change field type, clicking on that, and from lookup to making it transfer to master. Now I'm just making it next, save. So before that, let me show you once again for all. Let me show you once again for all. Let me make it a object manager once again. So let me come to the student, right? Fields and relationships, course. From this course, clicking on edit. After clicking on edit, just choose a field type, choose the master detail, just go for the next, just going for the save, just going for the save. Now you can see master detail relationship. So finally we are done with the master detail relationship with the course. So let me go there. Let me create a record of the student now. So let's see the difference, what happens here. Just going for the new. So I would like to create a new record, Akshay. And for this, teacher is not mandatory. Why the teacher is populating here? Can anyone tell me why teacher is populating here? Why course is populating here? There any particular reason? See, for this teacher, we do have a lookup. That is the reason why it is populating here. And for this course, we do have a master detail relationship. That is the reason why it is populating here. And if you see the difference between these two, for course, there isn't a star mark. And for teacher, there is no star mark. That is what we say. This is a mandatory field. Master isn't a mandatory field where you go for the lookup. That is not a mandatory. So I can skip teacher, but I can't skip the course. So let me add new course here. Let me go for the mechanical this time. Just clicking on the save. See, try not to follow when I'm guiding you. on the screen. See, after this completion of the session, try to go to your hands-on and try to practice this. If you are doing parallelly to me, you may miss any kind of point over there. You might be get confused. Once you get confused, the next 2.5 hour sessions, you cannot follow anything. There is no chance of following what I'm telling you. So try not to perform parallelly to me. So just listen what I'm telling. Then after the session, you can perform your task, right? Just clicking on save. See, lookup is not mandatory. Master is mandatory. Here, as a master, I have chosen MEC branch as a course. And just clicking on save. So finally, that is cool. So now let me come here. So let me come here and let me delete CSC. So if I'm deleting this CSC, what happens? If I'm deleting this CSC, what happens? When I'm deleting this CSC, automatically what happens is for this CSC, what are the three related objects? What is the related object? Student is a related object. The corresponding child records gets deleted. What are the corresponding child records? Rakesh, Rohit, and Venkat. So let me show you that. This is what we say the cascade deletion. This is what we say the cascade deletion. I'm just clicking on the delete. Yes, I delete. So once that is done, let me come to the student and let me refresh. Only Akshay is there now. Let me click on all records. Only one record is there. Where does this record go now? So this record gets settled in the recycle bin. Recycle bin. So if I go there, I can find these records. You can see there are two records. So let me restore these things. Again, it gets reflect over there. Restore. Right? Let me come to student. Let me check all the records got restored. And if I go for this course also, you can see CSC has come here. This is what we see the cascade deletion in the Salesforce. I hope you got clearly about the cascade deletion in the Salesforce and what is the master detail relationship in the Salesforce. If you give me a thumbs up, so I do proceed for the junction object. See, cascade deletion is someone is expecting me to open the recycle bin once again. No worries. You can see here recycle bin. See, nothing, none record is there. So I have been restored this from the recycle bin to the student, all these things. And the cascade deletion is nothing but when I'm deleting a parent record. See here, mech, right? So for this mech, who is the student? Student is like Akshay. So when I'm deleting this mechanical branch, delete. So delete, automatically the Akshay record also gets deleted because there is a relationship between these two. Right? See, no Akshay record. If I click on all records also, it doesn't come. No Akshay record. So where does this actually get set is now? It's do come for the recycle bin. See, mech. Oops, oops, oops. So if I restore this again, automatically the previous value gets stored. And how long the records do stay in the recycle bin? What is the time period? So the time period for the records to stay in the recycle bin are 15 days. Then after 15 days, all the data which is there in the recycle bin gets removed. So if you want to access the record which you have deleted, you can come here and you can restore the data before 15 days. Like today we have deleted, right? From this next 15 days, the data do stay in the data do store in the recycle bin. If you want to delete in a particular record from the recycle bin also, you can do. There is a delete option here also. Empty recycle bin and a restore data delete. These are the three different options you will be having in the recycle bin, right? So let me go to the junction object. So can someone tell me that what is junction object? We have discussed in the last session. I don't want to go for the theoretical again and again. I directly go for the creation of the junction object. I'm expecting a kind of statement from your side, like what is junction object in the Salesforce? I can see multiple answer here, but let me tell my answer. See, the junction object is nothing but the object which is having two master detail relationships. The object which is having two master detail relationship. In other case, we can call many to many object. And if you see here, there is a student, there is a teacher, and there is a clubs. This club is nothing but a junction object. Why we are considering this club as a junction object? Because this club is having a this club is having a master detail relationship with the student, and this club is having a master detail relationship with the teacher. So if a object is having two master detail relationship, where these two objects are the masters, not masters at child side. If you consider here, this is one object, this is one object, this is many object. Obviously, this is many object. Why I'm considering this as a many object? Because this club can be chosen with the multiple teachers. Yeah. Even this club can be chosen with the multiple students. Yes. Exactly, you are right. The one who is like Anjali in the session, like club is master or parent. Both are same. Parent is nothing but the one who is ruling. Master is nothing but the one who is ruling. Both are same, right? So club act as a master object and the student act as a child object. So quickly, let me create a master detail relationship between these two things. Okay. Okay. Let me go here. So I need to go for the student again. I need to go for the object manager and clicking on the new, picking up the master detail relationship, just going for next, choosing the clubs. And even if I'm creating a club, it throws error because under the clubs there are some records. I can identify because we have uploaded that clubs using the spreadsheet and we have some records in that. So before going there, let me clear all the records which are there in the clubs. I go here, all records. Yeah, already I do have some records in mind thing. So I just want to